Okay, my good people, I have a video that I want you guys to look at before we start to get into some other things, some gameplay of some Fight Forever or whatever else I feel like playing right now. Now, this is Ultra Pro Wrestling, I guess the developer. Now, he's showing you what this game does, and he's explaining. Now, this is the short version of it. Then they have their Patreon or whatever if you want to go watch the whole video. Let's look at what they're offering, and then I'm going to give you what I see to piggyback off of what he's saying.
This is Sam Valley, back again with another video. This is now going to be looking at the create an event. Last time I did a few videos on the Create a Wrestler and how that functions. The Create Event system actually functions pretty much the same way. It doesn't use all the exact same code, but it uses a lot of it. And I've now done a lot more as well with decals. That was one thing that we didn't have quite set yet on the Create a Wrestler. So you could change like the you know, what the attire was and the colours of the base layer, but I couldn't quite add the decals yet. I needed to do a little bit of programming. I've done that now, and I'll show you guys this in the Create an Event system. So first of all, before we get into the actual Create an Event system, here we have the Select Event menu. So you can see as I go up and down, it changes the building, the ring, everything about the event. I can rotate around and show you guys. Now a lot of this stuff, like you'll see that ring there, it's all red. That's obviously unfinished. There's a lot that's unfinished. The guardrails are actually just set up for one direct, like if I actually show you on, which one? This one? Yeah, you can see there the guardrails and the stage. That's the guardrails and the stage set up from when we did the showcase. So each event will obviously have a different setup with the guardrails, and you'll actually be able to go in and set where you want the stage to be. So like in this building here, if you wanted to set it off to the side, you will be able to do that, but the guardrails will look different because you can see they're actually going into the side of the building just there. But obviously you'll have the option as well to have them straight on like it normally is. Anyway, so we've got a bunch of promotions, and each promotion has, well actually I'll start off at the top corner. You can see that says 1980. So, and obviously if you hit the triangle button, can't do it just yet, but you'll have a menu that will let you cycle through each year, so you can change the year from which this menu is then focused on. Because some promotions might not come about until later. You know, I think that we have a promotion called Glitz, which is kind of the equivalent of Glow. It's the all-female promotion, so that doesn't come in until about 1987, I think. Some other promotions, like the hardcore promotions, House of Honor, that probably won't come until maybe 92, 93, something like that. And of course, promotions can also cease to exist as well, so they can have, like, you know, an expiration date. So anyway, as we're in 1980, just now if I cycle through, we don't have all the promotions set up, but you can see, and they're all very unfinished. But yeah, you can see Lucha Libre logo there as a six-sided ring. I forgot to change the material on the canvas there, so that looks a bit wrong. If we go over to the Ultra Japan one, this is obviously, you know, a reference. I don't think I need to really tell you guys what this is supposed to be, but yeah, you can see here the arena is completely different. The ring, everything, the whole setup's completely different. So another thing to notice as well is if I go back to Empire Wrestling Federation, you'll notice as well the show that I'm highlighted on, it says TV next to it. Each promotion you will get, there is a maximum on it. It might be 2, it might end up, we may change it, it might be 3, but there'll be a maximum number of shows that you can assign to be TV shows. And if you look at the date on the TV show, you'll see it says weekly, and it's set to, this one's set to Wednesday. If I go up, this one here is set to Saturday. But then if you come down to the third one, which is the pay-per-view, you'll see the date structure changes. So this is the 9th of the 8th, 1980. So as well as being limited with the TV shows, so you can select like 2 or 3, the pay-per-views are all tied to months of the year. But yeah, so with that said, we'll click here, we'll enter. This is now you're in the create an event mode. So, you've got the name, you've got the type of pay-per-view it is, you've got the date, the location, and the attendance.
Okay, so let me say, for starters, I like the fact that they have their own layout. And, this is not the first game that Ultra Pro has made. So I like the fact that they're going into a different approach about the game. Okay. Now, I can tell you right now, and I'm pretty sure if you guys are listening now, some of you may have picked up on some things, but let me tell you something. I like what's different, and I like a different format, and the fact that when I'm playing one thing, it doesn't remind me of the other. Just like if you're playing Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, neither game reminds you of the other. They just feel so different. That's what you want. That's where the casual, I only like one particular company. That's when they're gonna have their complaints. Now, let's look at what they just showed us so far. So far, we see they have a calendar year style of game, and you set your weekly shows up, you assign your pay-per-views. Now, so far, I saw they have a cage match. I don't know the variety of match types that they're going to have available in this game. And basically, it's a whole, you start and you pick a year. And so basically, I guess it's an annual type of, you just keep going. So I don't know if they're going to be like, from looking at what he's saying right there. They have decals and all of these things. I don't know exactly what type of decal, so I don't want to assume anything. But like you heard him say, certain promotions might not be available for a particular year because it wasn't there yet. So pretty much, it's like, in other words, if it was the year 1980, you couldn't use ECW. ECW wasn't there yet. So what's different about this game now, until we actually play it hands-on, and the fun factor of it all, you feel it better then. But what's different about this game is usually what's going to get the complaints. What's different about something? Because then, for what you can do, like the customization of the ring, the colors and stuff and all. Listen, this is one guy. Okay? They have a Patreon. Do you see what I'm looking at? This is not a knock on the game at all. I hope the game comes out and it's fire. Okay? This is a game that, I'm telling you, this very video we just watched, if you go in the comment section, it's like every freaking game that has any type of content about it coming out. People cannot stop talking about one game, and that's Fight Forever. This is better than Fight Forever. Fight Forever, this and this and this. Oh, I'm willing to give this company all of my money because Fight Forever, this support. Fight Forever, fight. It's like, you know what? See, and this is what's going to happen. People are going to say, out of spite, it's better than Fight Forever, right? I don't personally care about that, what they feel. But this is what's going to happen. When this game comes out, with what this guy is packaging this game with, what you cannot do on this game that people would like for you to be able to do, because they're going to piggyback. Okay, See, we can customize the rings. You can customize the rings on Fight Forever. But you can't use decals. Nope. But you can put decals on here, so I can create my own federation, and I can put the letter up. Okay, cool. Great. But guess what? This is when the 2K series is going to come in. Because what you can't do on here that you can do on 2K, they should have put this, they should have put that. Maybe they'll send it in an update. I'm telling you. And the play style. Even when the game is in early access, you can still get a feel of how the game is going to play. I mean, how the game is going to play is how it's going to play. Okay? I think that's an old one. What the hell just happened? Okay, so my TV decides to reboot. All right. No problem. But, so I'll just keep talking until it comes back on. So, what we saw so far, I'm telling you guys, and it's one guy. So you think that one guy is going to be able to come up with all of these different things that we're going to want to see a game. You're going to want to see where you're comparing it to 2K. I'm telling you, there's no wrestling game that's going to come out where they're not going to compare it to 2K. Let's see if this is the one I saw with the, Now you can see the movement and the play style of the game, okay? This is the movement. It's not going to be too much sharper than this, okay? Believe me, like what you see is what you see. And I know that people are using their imaginations because even like what they just showed us, you read many comments and they're talking about things that the game hasn't showed us. And they're assuming that they're going to be in there. So the guys work on everything from the arenas, being able to customize your arenas, put the ramp in different areas and all. That's all great. Okay, that is all great. But also, what people need to understand about this game, let's see, where was the video that we initially just watched? Because I want to see exactly when that video, how old that video is. Bottom line, that was one of their most recent, okay? And I'm telling you right now, let's see, let's see. And this is the thing, we're not getting any new footage. And the guy tells you, like, that was one of their more recent videos.
What if he listened to
and
me
he's
now?
telling you that he has a lot of work to do. You're not going to get that type of, like, what they're asking for. I love the way that looks. But I'm telling you, it's not going to be what people think. If you guys don't see it, even right here, this game is not going to be what people are thinking. Listen, I'm telling you right now, for the people that's going to appreciate it, great. And I hope everyone, well, as many people as possible, because I know everyone's not. There's always going to be somebody. This game is not going to be what people are fantasizing for it to be. It is what it is, but I already saw the comments. All in the comments about assuming what's going to be here and what you're able to do in the match type that we haven't even heard anything about. So there's no need to use your imagination. Just look at what they're showing you. Okay, also, you notice there's no referee. Right? So for the people, now if they add a referee, now I know people will say, yeah, they might add one. Why would you wait? You have to put just as much work as having a referee in the match as the wrestlers themselves. And I know, I'm telling you, you see what you're getting right here? The only thing they're going to do whatever polishing up they're gonna do, but this is what you're getting as far as the game goes. And when people start to play it, I've played enough games, man, to know, to see, to get that feel, and so have a lot of you. Okay, the difference with me is I don't fantasize. I don't tell myself they're gonna do. No, I go strictly by what I see and what they say, and they haven't given us any real new footage. And the first video we watched about the ring construction and the customization, that's one of their more recent ones. They don't have anything there. So this is pretty much what you're gonna get. Now, the difference of people telling you what the game is gonna be, and oh, you can make the person this size and that size. That's great that they have different customizations. We can even go into this. Let's see. All right, we can even go into it. Like, I want to see everything make it, man. Like, I want to see all of these games come out and do well. It's just sad that people always want to be robotic. Everything that you see ends up being like, they should have did this, they should have did that, they should have made it this way. It's not going to be another version of 2K, and it shouldn't be. And as they're making this, what's going to happen is, as Fight Forever is adding content, and whatever WWE has going on, you're going to see a difference. And people are going to feel more like, okay, like what Fight Forever is adding, match types, modes, or whatever. You're going to see the difference. And the people that just keep bringing up Fight Forever, I'm telling you, when they start to get sick of this game or feel like this game is good, but there's going to be a but, and their bias towards Fight Forever is going to make them try to not completely trash it. But there's nothing like spectacular going on here. It's just, bottom line is what they have so far. You know, it looked like it's shaping out cool, but you see, what I'm telling you is a lot of talking. If you read the comments, you'll see exactly what I mean. They're saying a whole bunch of stuff that's not in the game. It's not. No one said it's going to be in the game. I want to see more of they're going through the move set. I want to see more of the actual characters, the customization, so you can see like get a better feel too of what's going on. Let me see. Yeah, this is just basically the move set. Let me see. Ultra Pro, sneak peek at material types. See, and this isn't even Ultra Pro. This is. Well, of course, you know that they took these characters and made them on 2K. All right, now I don't want to go there. I don't want any commentating. Now, this is from 3 months ago. I don't want commentating. I just want to see what's going on. As you guys can see, like there's no like real updated footage. So there's no way that we can have what we have so far, and then people are still giving you new news about something that hasn't come out. Not just video. There's nothing new. I checked. Okay, nothing really going on. Create an event. Okay, this is what we watch. And you see, this is from 5 months ago. This is what I'm saying. You got 3 to 5 months ago. That's the most recent stuff. They don't have anything for like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Everything 3 to 5 months old. Okay, so do you know? I don't know. Is people that just have something against the truth? Because when you tell the truth. Okay, now this doesn't even look like what we just saw. So this looks like very early, like very beginning, because this doesn't look anything like what we just saw. Now I do remember them saying that they'd have that 8-sided ring at some point in the game as well. Okay, and that was from a year ago. Okay, that makes sense. That was from a year ago. Yeah, because it doesn't look anything like this right here. All right, so like I'm saying, I'm showing you guys all this because you see what I'm telling you. All of these, look, this particular person's video is from 10 months ago, okay? Every time someone tells you something, this is from a year ago, when somebody tell you something, like you cannot have new news about something if there's no new news about it. Okay, you can go on their Discord, you can do the same things. You can go on their social media and there's no new news. All right, I don't want to hear anybody talking about the game. I just want to want to see where they're just showing you things without any commentary or any conversation. That's the moves, another move set. Yeah, I mean it just doesn't make any sense to look. Let me tell you, it's irresponsible for a content creator. Okay, I don't care how much you like a content creator. That's your business. That's great. Okay, but it's irresponsible for a content creator to sit and lie to his audience. They're telling you something is gonna happen, right? And you don't even question, right? The thought of, wait, you guys sit up, and I'm pretty sure you look at many YouTube videos when there's nothing new. Like, if I'm looking at a particular thing and I'm realizing, okay, there's no new videos. There's nothing on their Discord. There's nothing on their Instagram. There's nothing on their on their TikTok. There's nothing, right? Where's the news coming from? There's nothing on their website. Now, in terms of a Patreon, and this is my point, nobody's showing you anything from their Patreon. They're not paying them money to go on there to see anything. So what are they actually telling you? So basically, it's like for me, people love to come on your channel to tell you what another content creator said, right? But then when you ask the common sense question and say, well, listen, if that content creator is telling you that this is new, or this is what's going to happen, or this is not going to happen, or whatever, right? And I can play you the video of the main, not even just someone involved, but the main person, the begin all end all of the game itself, and you hear it right from their mouth. Why are you telling me about what another content creator said, right? Now, it's not just in the form of conversation where you're explaining to me something that this was said, that was said, but when you're trying to defend that, no, it's not going to happen, or this is going to happen because such and such told me so. Like example, when you hear me mention Kenny Bomb. Okay, you come on my channel to tell me what Kenny Bomb said. I don't care what Kenny Bomb said. I don't care what any of them said. They don't work for any one of these companies. And the only thing they're doing is pulling up paperwork showing you, oh, it's a little transcript that says well, this and that, and what they're trying to do, what they want to do. That's it. But then when I show you, and not to mention, the claims of something not happening was not in anybody's paperwork. That wasn't on anybody's Discord. That was nothing on nobody's social media platform. That is a content creator, okay, that says one negative thing, just assume the worst, and then you got 2, 3, 4, 20, 30, okay, all saying the same things. So it becomes believable to people. Well, everybody's saying, no, it's not everybody, but it's those same people. This is exactly my point. So if you're telling me what another content creator said, and I'm showing you, I don't care what they said. Do you think I could tell you what's going to happen if I don't hear these same words? So basically, if I'm hearing, like, I'll give you an example. The guy that works at RetroSoft, he's the head of all of this. We've seen the video, him talking about RetroMania. What did he tell you guys? The guy winds up saying lately, the most recent video he did was an interview he was on. And what he said was, when they were asking him about what he has going on new. Now, I don't know if they were just asking him like they already knew, but they were asking him to enlighten the people on their channel. But if they wasn't, then that means he wasn't even aware, that these guys wasn't even aware that they have 5 new DLCs coming with the new arena. Okay, so those new DLCs is Demolition, Rock and Roll Express, and Magnum TA. I don't know the particular arena. They have 2 new house modes. One is going to be a tag team style mode for, he didn't really detail exactly what, but the other one's going to be, it's called House Show. And this is what I told you guys way before he mentioned that, when I was saying that AEW Fight Forever could make like a match card mode, and he had like what everything that I said, and basically what I said, they could do that, and they could also make that a part of a season mode if they was to do a season mode. And if you're able to construct that, I mean, like, there's so much you can do in season mode that would eliminate all of this other, these little modes that nobody really cares about. They're just there, but nobody plays them. Okay, so pretty much he explained that to them, that there's going to be 2 new modes and 5 new DLC. Now, somebody asked me, do I think that they're going to continue RetroMania after these 5 DLC? I don't know. Why would I tell you yes? You know what his answer was when they asked him about the game? He said he want to do more DLCs. But it really depends on how this goes. It took these guys 3 years to finally give us James Storm, Mr. Hughes, and the NWA arena. And when they asked him, do they have a release date? What he said was, we're at a point of, like, how we do this is when it's done, it's done. That's what he said. Why would I tell you anything different? I'm not going to tell you, well, you know, if you look at his left eyebrow, the way he had it hyped up, I think that he's really going to do it. Or no, if this game gets well received, if these DLCs get well received, if people start playing this game again, like, and it really becomes hot, then more than likely, yeah, they'll keep it going. But his words, depending on how things go. So I can't tell you what they're going to do. And obvious to say, depending on how things go. Okay, then, if these DLCs are selling and people want to, I can't, for me, it's like, they only have, with these, what right now, I think they had 20 wrestlers or something like that, 21. So bottom line is, even with these 5 more, that'll be 26, right? That's still a low count. Okay, then you got to understand, when they look at that, if they are interested in making like a women's division, right? They said tag teams will be added. Tag team titles will be added now. Okay, they only have 4 organic tag teams. Everything else is just wrestlers that you put together. Okay, fine, you can do that. They don't have a women's division. They don't have any, like, you know, U.S. title, TV title, you know, which is what, you know, the NWA had as well. They don't have those. That's not a knock on the game. It's just a reality. They don't have those. So therefore, we've been playing these games. They have a women's division. They have all these other titles. So it's going to be something that, if they're open to suggestion and people are saying, well, this is what we would like to see, they need to add a women's division. And if they did do that, you can't just put like 5 wrestlers on there and call that a division, or 10. No, you have to have just as many women as you do men. Now, do they want to put that type of time and effort into it? I don't know. But once again, it would be foolish of someone to say, well, they should do a second version of it. Why would they do a second version of something? So we're going to continue this on a new game, start from scratch, because now you got to make all of these same wrestlers all over again. No, but they'll just be putting them, it'll be the same wrestlers. Okay, if it's the same exact format, the same graphics, then what the hell are you making a second one for? Just keep adding to this game and build it and build it and build it. You're still putting the same amount of work in. And so if it's a psychological thing to say, well, it just feels different to start over, would that make any sense? No, because you're starting over with the same people that you already have. So now, when you look at it, everything on this game is on RetroMania it's like the majority. Look, you have 4 arenas that's NWA logo. You have the NWA World Title. You're gonna have the NWA Tag Title. So I was saying it would be nice if they could, you know, get the Crockett Cup, which the NWA just had a couple weeks ago. But they have what they have. So with that being said, right? Everything that people are saying, you know what? Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Okay, see, this is what I see. This guy, it looks like the animated, the cartoonish looking stuff is what's going to be on. If this, let me see something. I don't know if this is Ultra Pro, and then they created them. Yeah, and then they created them on 2K. That's what this looks like. Yeah, because I know people have done that. Yeah, that's what this is. That's exactly what this is. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. They've taken 2K, okay, and Ultra Pro Wrestlers and made them on 2K, and that's fine. Okay, but I'm just looking at who's on there, and this is another thing. The fact that you can do that, people will see, and this is my thing. They go, "Oh, well, there's no need to buy Ultra Pro." You know how many the things I'm telling you guys? I've seen these comments already. And it's because of stuff like this now that people, they just have this thing like, you have everything in 2K, so you don't need to buy this and that. Well, that's preference, but as you can see, and listen, everything is not spot on, right? Like, yeah, that guy, yeah, everything is not spot on, okay? But it's the point is, you can actually just recreate, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's going to be another thing, which I don't, you know what I don't understand? This is where you see it's just a bias. People would say, I don't know these guys. Okay, but they create people or download people from the community creation suite on 2K that they don't know. So it's just this whole, I don't know these people. You don't have to know them, man. Like some of y'all are trying to make something so realistic in your head that you just take the fun out of everything. A lot of these like these wrestlers look cool, so it's like for us to actually get to the point where
welcome back to the chat.
No, for us to get to this point where we are actually, let's see.
Hello everybody, I'm back. Been a while, been a couple years, I think probably 2 years.
Yeah. And this is what I'm saying to you guys.
Video. I thought I was long overdue.
Yeah, we've seen this one.
Everybody, thank you everybody for your support over this project. Man, we launched February 2021.
Mm-hmm.
It is now the video over time of recording April 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 years, over 3 years of RetroMania. Moving a lot slower than I know a lot of you, including myself, would like, but that's life. This was always has been 100% passion project, and I just want to say thank you to everybody for supporting us this long, and waiting to see what we're going to do next. So we just released our first DLC. I shouldn't say that, our second DLC. With James Storm, Mr. Hughes. So it was a great response to that. New arena, finally finished the story mode. And that was a free update that we put out. A lot of bug fixes, a lot of improvements to animations. So we were definitely working this whole time. I know, again, not as quickly as everyone would have liked, but we stuck the course and we got it out. And then this past 2 weeks ago, we announced at WrestleCon in Philadelphia, right in my backyard. We had a table at WrestleCon promoting the game.
All right, let's go forward. But look, this is what I'm saying, and I thought this game was done because they wasn't saying anything at all. People were constantly going into their comment section. They were constantly going into the comment section. This actually isn't the video that I wanted to see. But yeah, they were going into the comment section and they were saying, like, they wasn't, this is the one I was looking for right here. They weren't responding to anything, okay? So after 3 years, yeah, you thought it was done. And they had one video. They had one video where they spoke and this guy was saying that RetroMania, we're back, we're about to do this, and then it was like, okay, then a whole nother year went by, nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, this is when I actually went to play RetroMania one day, and it said that the game had an update. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is Mr. Hughes and James Storm. And, you know, it happened to actually add the NWA ring as well. But the thing was, this game seemed like it was dead. But it's because nobody was responding. So it's like, okay, now here's the mode. The house show mode.
We haven't showed any of this, so this is the first time showing you. You'll notice here in our main menu, we have one thing that should look a little different here, and we have this thing called house show mode. Pending the name, I'm pretty sure we're going to keep it as house show mode. Part of me is like, oh, that's pulling back the curtain a little bit, because I don't think people call them house shows necessarily. But now, since, you know, in the age of the internet, everybody knows that's what they all refer to them as some house show, with all the shoot interviews out and everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this, and we're going to kind of explain what the RetroMania house show mode is. So you can see there, 2 sides in a set of exciting random matches. Rack up a win streak and complete special challenges to improve your score. But if you lose once, it's all over. So the concept behind this house show mode is to add some more replayability to the game. So now, in addition to like your 10 pounds of gold mode, the story mode, which you can play through, and there's, you know, 3 different endings that you can try to get to. And then obviously versus mode, which is kind of the heart and soul of most wrestling games. We're adding this house show mode where every time you go into here, you'll have an option between a single player mode and then a 2-player mode versus. So we're still playing around if we want to do competitive or cooperative or both.
Now, my version of it was you can do any match type available. You understand what I mean? So whether it's 1-on-1, whether it's a 2-on-2, whether it's a 3-way, 4-way, whether it's tag elimination, tag tornado tag, or any of that. Now he's saying single player, 2-player, great. All of that. But and the same thing where it's never the same. I said this a long time ago though. But bottom line, like, it's never the same when you go back into it. It's a different order, with the exception of you continuing a game that you already started. So aside from that, yeah, pretty much that's what I was looking at. And for every mode that you add to a game, this is what I'm saying. If you have a season mode, you have modes within the season mode. And that would take care of all this. People think it looks impressive to sit there and count. You got this mode, this mode, this mode. Right. You're looking at brackets, but if they have a season mode, you can put all of these things within that season mode. And this is what I'm saying. Like, it's up to them to think outside the box to do these things. But it would really be that much better if people would understand that. You can look and say, like, for example, even like the mode that he has right there, right, with the putting the match card together, like that, what they call a house show, right? That can be a separate mode from a season mode. That could actually be a separate one. It's just like if you're playing a WWE calendar year, right? You know you have SummerSlam. You know you're going to have WrestleMania, Survivor Series, right? Whatever, Crown Jewel, all these other, in any promotion, right? That has a yearly calendar of different events with, and house shows and like live TV, okay, TNA, AEW, New Japan, all that, right? So what I'm saying is if you have a calendar year and you're playing your season mode, this is what I'm saying. You have all of these different things that you can take up. Just because you call something My GM, right? You can do all of this within season mode is what I'm saying to you. But because it's a separate bracket that says My GM, and this is what I'm saying, because it's all in there. It's all in there. And the fact of you being able to actually choose which, even to focus on a particular, because think about what you're doing. If you're focusing on a particular brand, like, okay, we're going to do this all on Raw. You don't want to go back and forth. Sometimes you're fighting on Raw, sometimes you're fighting on SmackDown. Sometimes you're fighting on NXT. That's one of the things I look at with Road to the Elite. Okay, because within the story mode, you have the option to do the house shows, and they tell you, well, Rampage, they didn't have Collision yet, and they were saying Rampage. You know, Jim Ross tells you in the game that Rampage, you know, it's you get paid more when you fight on Rampage or Dynamite, but you got the option to fight on Dynamite. That's why you ever notice sometimes like certain wrestlers will call you out when you're like taking pictures, and you take a picture with them, and you're like out there touring and stuff, and then you never fought them or something, or did the fight. You're like, wait a minute, CM Punk called me out. How come I never fought? Well, we probably skipped going to Rampage. You see what I'm saying to you? Because you know you have to work out, or you choose to work out, eat, go sightseeing, do a press. Like, see, that's one thing I love. Road to Elite have all of that in there, and you can also buy things to like boost up your. I mean, all of these things that's in there, and this is what I'm saying. So to do a season mode, and you already have a whole lot of those things in there, right? This is what I'm saying. Why it would be easy to make the season mode. And what will make it more, the thing about it is this: when you play a storyline and you know the order of the matches, it's not as fun as playing something that's random. You see? So this is what I'm saying. So certain modes I can see, like if you have like challenge modes and things like, I get all of that. That's outside of story mode. But a MyGM can be right there inside of season mode. So once again, you could count. Oh, they got this. They got my my universe or whatever the hell they call it. They got this. I got all of these different brackets. You're counting the modes of. But this is what I'm saying. If they did a season mode the way I'm thinking of it, it all of it would be there. Now that being said, if you're gonna go with different modes, and pretty much there's things you can add to them. Like, for example, they just gave the tournament mode on Fight Forever. I would like to see you be able to defend your titles in tournament mode. You can do tag and you can do singles. So I would like to see you be able to like I said, fight for titles there. And it carries over, whatever mode you're playing. So if you lost your titles or won your titles on tournament mode, if you're playing exhibition mode, you're either champion or not champion. Those type of things are just more interesting things to add, because now you have different ways you can win your titles back. You got different ways you can lose them. Now, what would be different is season mode. You see what I'm saying? So this is where what I'm saying, because season mode is like a universe to itself, because it has everything in it. But if you're champion on season mode, then that has nothing to do with exhibition or the other modes that's on it. And that's exactly what I'm saying. That replayability we're talking about, yeah, it's that much higher, because now it's like everything is different. You don't have everything the same way on every different mode. Everything else is different, but the season mode, you're playing straight through. You can make it come to an end, or you can play it straight through. However they want to do it. But that's what I'm saying. So this type of mode that he's talking about, this is a cool thing. And this is what I'm saying. This would be something outside of season mode. But you know, all of this MyGM, and like, honestly, there's a lot of modes that a lot of y'all are like, you talk about, but they don't really mean anything to me. And a whole lot of other people get like saying the same things. You saw the videos, I posted them. It's like, okay, this mode is there, but I don't really play this mode. So this is what he's talking about, and I like the idea of what he's doing. And it's some differences from what I had, but pretty much a whole lot of it is there.
Now, but if I go into single player for now, what's going to do is it's going to randomly generate a house show, and we're kind of like this background is that what we're going for is a kind of a poster you would see. I still want to do, I think, some additional artwork.
And on the follow-up video, he said that there are only 4 matches in this mode. There are only 4, even though they switch. But there's only 4 actual matches.
People, and then you can pretty much, if you know the
which is cool.
You can tell who's who.
Then
it'll be a random match. So in this one, we have an opener here. And sorry, it's a little small on the screen. I'm actually looking at the
elimination match. Time limit 5 minutes.
What we'll see here, there's a challenge, hit with a steel chair, plus 50. Okay? So each one will have kind of a specific challenge that you have to try to do in order to get additional points. So, but if I'm going to start and I'm going to quit out of this, and each time I quit out, and if I go back in, it's going to create a new. So you'll look at the top
Yeah.
here. I start with a tag team, singles, then a 6-man
I like
tag,
that.
and then
That's
retro
exactly what I was
roll,
talking
so
about.
It's the last one. And if I quit out of here again and I go back in, it's going to randomly generate another one. So this one happens to have all singles matches. And if I go back in again, this one has singles, 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 and then a 4-way match to end it in the main event. And then we can scroll up and down through this, and I'll show you how this works. So I'll pick Mr. Hughes here.
And I noticed like the time limit's of 5 minutes.
Error message, not an error, but a pop-up on it. So here we'll see the challenge, don't press the heavy button. So the challenge here, in order to get more points, is that you don't press the heavy button. And then you'll also notice as we're playing through this, each match, the house show mode, it randomly picks a venue that you're going to be at. So we're at the Austin Idol Universal Heartthrob Wrestling Competition. All right, so I'll get this started. I'm going to go in here. I'm using Mr. Hughes. I'm going to try to beat Meanie without using the heavy button. Which again, I have this on the easy.
The only thing I don't like about that is because now you're limiting your moveset. So that feature of
what we're gonna do is
not using the heavy button is I'm not too fond of that particular feature as a
so it's gonna be
challenge in a match.
Harder to win this. I'm gonna kick that out.
I mean, even if they did you can't use your finisher type of thing, that's you know, you want to use your finisher, right? But like you can't use the heavy button at all. It's like because that's a whole set of moves that you can't do. Just light and medium move that you can do. Now you can still win without if you do it, but you get less points.
There we go. We got the win. So what's going to happen here when I win is it's going to put this little menu is going to pop up. So traditional. We're not set on the graphics yet or how this is going to look, but you get different bonuses, a stamina bonus, and so forth until you get a score, and then the score multiplier is 1. Different score multipliers will go up. So kind of like your think of, you know how when you play Street Fighter in the arcade single player, you go through and you get different scores. So we're giving you kind of a chance to win the high score, and then you click the chance to continue, and it goes to the next match, and the caricatures kind of pop out. So now I have Robert Gibson. I can select between Robert Gibson and Nikita Koloff for this one. I'm curious because I know this will probably air out because I know Robert's not completely done.
Winning 45 seconds.
See, we don't have his entrance in.
I see people that like to go long is not going to like that. See, people not going to like that. People that like the long matches try to win within 45 seconds.
Net breaker in there for Robert. So Robert is still testing, so not all his moves are in here. But that's pretty much everything that we're working on. Again, this is not early stages. We have a lot of this done, but we have a lot of details to refine in this house show mode. And then we are working on.
Yeah, I hope we change that.
Game mode. I'm not going to
winning 45 seconds, like. Or did it say a minute and 45 seconds? It looked like it said 45 seconds. You can always rewind, run the video back and watch and see. But
sprites are done. So we are going to be in the process, hopefully next week, of starting to get them in the game as well. So maybe, next time I do one of these, hopefully I'll have some more Magnum stuff to show, some more Rock and Roll Express to show, and then some first scenes and some demolition stuff. So hope everybody is having a great Memorial Day weekend, and that's it for me.
And so, that's the thing where, like, for them to take as long as they did in order to get what they have so far, it would take them a long time to give a whole women's division. But I mean, listen, for you to have NWA, come on, people gonna want to see Sting, they're gonna see Luger, they're gonna want to see Flair. You have Nikita, you have Magnum TA now. People they're gonna want to see Barry Windham. Arn and Tully. They're gonna want to see this. Sid Vicious. And then now, to have Medusa for starters, you can't just put Medusa alone. But she would be like the first female people would want to see in NWA. So, yeah, just say it, man. And listen, they're not making an annual game either. So, I mean, you have the time. And pretty much that's the way I see this game going is, well, the better reception that it gets will determine how much they're putting into this game. So hopefully that the DLC pack, when they drop it, does very well so they can continue to, but I don't know how deep they want to go into this. But hey, why not? Why not? Especially when, if it took you this long to do what you're doing, and that's what people got to pay attention to. People always quick to say, oh, they should make a new game. Everybody should always make a new game. No, especially when you're going to use the same engine. Especially that. You're going to use the same engine and basically, let's see. All right, so let's go in the cage. Best of 3 falls, no. We're going to do the chain link. So we'll get this match in and close this video. 3-way tag team, 6-man, 8-man, singles. Let's do a one-on-one, because anything else is gonna be really long. Colt Cabana. All right, let's go Colt Cabana and who else? Let's go, what is Blue Meanie? Here we go. Colt Cabana versus Blue Meanie. Studio wrestling. You know what? Let's go to Japan. How about we do that?
The following singles match is scheduled for one fall and has no time limit and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, Colt Boom Boom Cabana. And his opponent, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Blue Meanie.
Wow. You said it's so surprising.
Are you kidding me? What a reversal. What a beatdown. We have the best in the world here tonight.
And one thing about commentating, I mean, I'm used to it. I don't really care about commentating in the game if the commentating is going to be repetitive. Then they're just saying things, you kind of laugh at it. But if the commentating is not really like, you know, talking about what's going on in the ring so much, and just, you know, and it's like, I don't care about commentating. You know, people are like, I want it to feel real. It's not real, it's a game. Anyway, so there we go. Have with that. I want to see more on Ultra Pro. You know, they don't have anything new. But we'll wait. We'll see. I check it out. I check on everything to see what's going on. And that's like I said. You know, look. Like I said in closing, it's people have a problem with people being honest. They truly do. It is irresponsible for you to lie to people about what's going on, and people support lies. I honestly was reading a post yesterday. I was watching a video. Okay, give you a perfect example. I was watching a video, and the rapper, The Game, there was a guy who, at one point, I guess, was producing him, and he was saying that The Game is a liar. Like, he makes up stuff all the time. Like, I watch his videos and I sit back like, wow, is this guy lying, right? And they had, in the comment section, one person said, yo, we know The Game is a liar, but yo, he's entertaining. You gotta admit it. He's entertaining though. Okay? That one comment had 467 thumbs up. Okay? Which means what? It's a clear indication. People do not care about the truth. They just care about stupidity. So if a lie gets people talking, if a lie keeps the story going, hey, why not? We don't do that over here. So if you have a problem with the truth, once again, tune out and watch people that like to lie to you. You like to be lied to? Well, you're going to hate this channel because I'm not going to lie to you about anything. And once again, people love, like I said, you come here telling me what another content creator said, but I'm showing you proof of what of someone, the owner, the reason that the game is happening, and you're going to tell me what another content creator told you when there's no content saying such thing. So, you know, and listen, I'm always going to stand my grounds. We're going to tell the truth over here. We're not going to change what we're doing because people get disgruntled and have nothing better to do but come in your comment sections, cry like little broken-hearted kids because they didn't get the toy they wanted for Christmas. But at the end of the day, guess what? It is what it is, and that's what we built this channel on, truth. So it is what it is with that. And you guys see, I put the truth out. I put the facts out. My opinion is built off of the facts. Now, when I'm giving you my opinion about Ultra Pro, like I said, I like what I see in the game. Until you get the feel, because listen, I understand what they're doing. The same way this game right here, RetroMania, is a spinoff of WrestleFest. Ultra Pro, same thing from the old Ultra Pro games. You know, the old school Nintendo 64 stuff, right? This is the type of stuff that people are doing to bring that old retro feel back. So people are going to be highly disappointed that's looking at this game thinking it's going to be another version of 2K. You can do this, you can do that. When they find the things that you cannot do, they're going to be highly upset. And even though, from what I'm understanding, this game is supposed to, at launch, have 150 wrestlers or more at launch. So even for that, once again, where's Charlotte Flair? Where's Roman Reigns? Where's Asuka? Where's Rhea Ripley? No. When they don't see them, it's like, they should have did this. You should be able to create them. You should be able to do. I don't know what their creation suite is going to look like. But once again, I'm telling you ahead of time. What people are going to do is compare it to Fight Forever and say it's better than Fight Forever. But they're not going to say it's better than 2K. They're going to tell you what the game lacks. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to complain. It doesn't matter what they say. I don't care about people moaning and groaning about anything on their own channels or on their own time. I don't care about any of that. I don't care what game you don't like, whether it's Fight Forever or Street Fighter or what. I don't care what you don't like, okay? I focus on people who we have a lot of the same things in common. Okay, the reality is what you like, that's what we want to focus on. What's good, what we want to do. And I'm telling you, looking at this game, Ultra Pro, I mean, it's gonna get people that want to just genuinely want a different game, but at the same time, it's a whole different style. So when you're doing these matches, the fact that you can go back and customize your rings and all of that and build federations, that's all great. Like I said, I do not know what type of match types they have aside from, of course, you think they're going to pretty much have a tag team. I don't know about 3-way, 4-way. I see they have a cage match. I can't tell you what they don't have or what they do or don't have. I can't tell you what they have if I haven't seen it. Put it like that. Can't tell you what they have or don't have if I haven't seen it or heard of it. So that we have to wait for. But just the play style of the game, the movement, you watch when people start playing it. There's no way in hell you're going to sit here and say that, well, they should have made Fight Forever look like 2K, and then you're going to praise the graphics of Ultra Pro. Because Ultra Pro graphics is not better than 2K than 2K or Fight Forever's graphics. It's not even, it looks like a Nintendo 64 game. That's what it looks like. Reality though, I hope the game sells very well. I hope they're successful in what they're doing. I don't want to see, I don't hate on companies and want to see them fail just to make another game look good or whatever. But I'm reading these people's comments and I'm looking at the game and I'm saying in my own words, based on their comments, because they're overselling this game. Not the creator, not the person making it, but these fantasizers and these content creators that keep telling you this game is going to be this, is going to be that. And when you look, I think it's only common sense people to look at a video and listen and think, wait a minute. Here's a person telling me that this game is going to be this, this, and this, and this. Yet, the latest content they have is between 3 to 5 months ago. And there's nothing new anywhere. I know this because I do my homework on these things. Okay, so this is what I'm saying to you. And you don't see it. It's not there. Do you think that these content creators are paying money to go on someone's Patreon just to get information? No, they're not doing that because they don't have that much interest in the game. That's part of the problem with what I'm saying. When you have something that's main, like basically any other hockey game that comes out is not going to get the same type of praise that NHL gets made by EA. No football game, Access Football, none of them. They're not going to get, what NFL, Madden NFL gets. Any wrestling game is not going to get what 2K gets. No matter how close it comes in. Like example, right here on my channel, on many channels, I hear people saying, yo, I don't care what features 2K has. I have way more fun playing Fight Forever. And people just don't like that. Why does it matter what does it matter to you what makes a person happy? That person is having a good time, and here you come with the whole anger issues because they like something better than what you don't want them to like, which is so stupid. People want to be dictators and control what you like and what you don't. So it doesn't make a difference. They're not going to get that. And in terms of the budget and having, being able to do certain things, having access to certain things, just like in the last video that this guy made. He said that he tried to get Demolition from the very beginning, but they had a contract, that Legends contract with the WWE, and so did Magnum CA, and he couldn't get them. So that was, the holdup was him getting who he wanted to get on here. Now, if you look at who they have so far, with the Road Warriors, Mr. Hughes was added. They have Brian Myers up there, Cowboy James Storm, you see Warhorse, you see Chris Bay, you see Matt Cardona, you see Nikita Koloff, Coco, what's his name? Not Coco, Colt Cabana. You have, what's my man's name? That's the general manager over there on SmackDown now. Nick Aldis. You have, Stevie Richards. You have Hollywood Nova right there. You have the Blue Meanie, Zack Sabre Jr. You have Tommy Dreamer right there. You have Jeff Cobb. You have Tommy, what's his name? Johnny TV, Johnny Nitro, whatever. You have Austin Idol. So I like how they mixed old school, from old school to current. They have them there. You understand what I mean? So now, with these next 5 DLC that they have coming, and the two different story modes that'll be available, that should get people playing this for a while. You know, and hopefully they get received well, so like I said, so they can continue this game. Because there's no reason, like, I don't know what y'all have against having fun. I really don't know. But a lot of you guys be complaining about every little thing. Everything is they should have. Like, man, listen, it is what it is. Just enjoy the game for what it is. God damn, y'all make it seem like this is like life-threatening to y'all. It's not that serious. It's really not. So, anyways, that's all I got for you guys now. I will catch y'all on the next one.